Well, look who popped in to say a few words. It's my Uncle Eddie. Hey, Uncle Eddie, what's going on? How you doing? What Uncle Eddie is trying to say is, please rate, like, review, and subscribe to our podcast. And he would very much appreciate it, and he might even give you a doobie if you're good. Isn't that right, Uncle Eddie? I don't know. All right.
Heyo.
Hey.
Ayo.
Hey, yo.
Hey. We say hey, we say hey, we say hey. Oh.
We say hey.
Ooh, I love the scatting.
Yeah. I'm a scat pro.
You're a scat master.
Yeah. I took a scat class when I was in like 7th grade.
No, you didn't.
Because someone told me that chicks love guys that can scat.
Oh no.
You know, it's like, he's like
Someone
a
lied
jazz
to you.
musician. It's
Yeah, and chicks
hot.
love jazz musicians. You're getting a lot of puss with
they
being
used to.
jazz. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it the 40s again?
I wish.
Yeah.
If only.
If only. Well,
only.
maybe it was good for you, not for other people.
You know, some trends come back around, and some trends unfortunately die a very painful death, and that is that is to be said for scatting as well.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
Rip scat.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm sorry it's gone.
Yeah.
Everyone's sad.
Yeah. Me most of all.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Adam likes Adam and I have very different music tastes, and Adam really enjoys
great taste.
jazz. Well,
I see what you're saying. Okay.
I'm just saying you and I differ in that.
Yeah.
I remember when we started dating, and I don't know if anyone else has done this. I surely can't be the only one. When you're listening to music and you just repeat a song, so when someone gets in the car, you could be like, oh shit, this song, I don't know. Yeah, I've like replayed a song. So when we first started dating, I can't remember what song it was, but I was like, he's gonna listen to this and be like, shit, she's into this. And you didn't. And then I found out, oh, he doesn't like this music. I thought fucking me playing
Panic at the Disco or something.
No, it wasn't Panic at the Disco. I don't know. I was trying to think of like Two Door Cinema Club or something. Hello, Two Door Cinema Club. Just something like indie alternative.
What's their big
I mean, they're
song?
not like super. I'm not gonna sing it. Just look them up. They're dope.
Okay.
But we have the only like overlap that we have is classic rock.
Yeah.
Which
Classic
is
rock.
solid, but
Love
everything
classic
else,
rock, yeah.
I wish we had other.
Well, that's not true. We
What?
like mid early 2000s alternative
Yeah,
and electronic music. Justice.
that's
okay.
true.
Phoenix.
Yeah, that's true.
We like Phoenix.
We like Phoenix.
Okay. And
I
I think you like MGMT a little more
Yeah,
than
I
me,
do.
but
Yeah.
I'll mess with
I
it.
fuck with MGMT.
You know, Whitest Boy
Alive.
Alive.
Yeah.
very good.
Yeah.
I'm
You
a
like them
huge
more
fan.
than I do, but I'm here for it.
Yet you're here for it, yeah. So there's,
Yeah.
but I don't
But
think.
I just wish, I feel like my music taste is pretty cool. So I really thought that you'd
Mm.
be coming in that car and be like, damn, this chick can hang.
Oh man, she likes Good Charlotte. She's awesome.
All right. First off, I do like Good Charlotte, but I'm
Yeah.
aware of this people's stance on Good Charlotte. It
Yeah.
wasn't Good Charlotte.
No,
So don't
it
come
was
for them.
Bad Charlotte.
Oh, God. Yikes.
Yep. Hey, what's up, babe? How's it going?
It's going well. How you doing?
Oh man, I gotta tell you, I missed you so much.
No. Oh, yeah, you guys. Sorry
Yeah.
about us missing a week. I know everyone was like, God, we need some of this pod.
Yeah,
It wasn't there.
I tried. I'll let everyone know I tried to record an episode by myself, and it was not good. Really terrible.
It wasn't that bad, but it wasn't great.
I hate myself.
Yeah, he let me listen to it, and the face you made was just. I think
Yeah.
I can only describe it as depression.
Yeah, you never seen me that just disappointed.
You,
Just face in my
melancholy.
hands. Yeah.
yeah, you were looking down. I was like, we don't have to listen to this, and you're like, no,
No, we must.
no, I didn't need to. I need to
take
be
my
punished.
lashes.
What? You don't. We just move on. No.
It's like you just went a little too long on the plot
Yeah,
of this
it's
movie that no
fine.
one else saw. It's
Don't
okay.
worry about it.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
So it really taught me just like how valuable you are as a podcast partner and how integral our chemistry really is to
Yeah.
making this work.
I'm a talker.
So,
I'm a talker also. I don't know if you noticed this, but
yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't be able to do it on my own, but I think I could ramble for a while. Just
I'd like to
because
hear
I
it.
would.
I think you should do it.
Yeah,
At
just
least
try
once.
it out.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try it.
That sounds fun.
Right now.
Oh,
No, I'm just
yeah.
kidding.
Get the fuck off this podcast so it can just be me.
Yeah, but I feel like so much has happened since the last episode. We got COVID,
We got COVID.
which sucks.
Got COVID, you guys, for the second time.
Yeah, very not cool to get COVID this late in the game.
No.
It's like, when Jim Morrison died, the Doors are like, we're going to do it again. It's like, no, it's over.
It's over.
The fad is gone. We're on to, what band came out after the Doors that everyone liked?
in
In the 70s?
Yeah, Jim Morrison died. I think it was like the mid 70s.
Pink
'cause
Floyd,
they
probably.
Were,
Rolling Stones.
well,
maybe?
they were, yeah, but they didn't just come out.
Yeah, you're right.
So I can't think of like I can't think of an example.
But whatever band is, that's that's Ukraine or
That's Ukraine?
yeah. In like the the fad of like what's in the zeitgeist. Right now.
Okay.
Like COVID, we're so done.
Oh, I'm like, what are we talking about again?
We don't even-
COVID. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, and you know what? For me, it was worse than the first time because the first
Yeah.
time first off, I gave Adam COVID and he just didn't believe that I had it
Yup.
because I had a friend who hit me up and she's like, I have COVID. And I was like, fuck it, I knew I have COVID. And Adam was like, no, you don't. I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I fucking do. Because I felt like hot and I had a fever and I got tested and they were like, bitch, you got COVID. I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
So-
This was the
December
first time in
2020. Yeah. And
2020.
and I got I had a fever and I think I was just like hot, didn't feel great, and then I think that lasted like 24 hours and then I was just kind of tired and fine. And I felt guilty about it because people were just dying and feeling awful and I was okay. But this time it was like I had a sore throat and I was I was
Coughing.
tired. I wasn't. I was. It was
Coughing
one
at
of those
night.
things, when you have that like tickle, like a little scratch, like you just couldn't. I just couldn't get it to go away. So I would just wake up and it would just. Yeah, exactly. I was
That's
a
how
dolphin.
you make it better.
I was a dolphin / SpongeBob.
Yeah.
So it was a little rough.
Yeah.
It was a rough time, but
I was also not feeling great.
yeah.
I was
Well, it's not about you. It's about me, so.
fatigued.
Yes, lethargic.
Lethargy. So, that was cool. You got a nice
it was
little,
really cool.
little staycation. That was fun.
Uh-huh.
And then you went out of town for a few days, a little mini
I
vacay.
did. I went to Puddin' Bay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Puddin' Bay.
Shout out.
Puddin' Bay, if I'm sure most people don't know it. It's a little island in Ohio by Sandusky. In
that's
over
where Tommy
Lake
Boy
Erie.
is from.
Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
And people who go to Puddin' Bay, there are two people, and majority are like young people, or just people just getting trashed. I mean, it is a drinking island. It's it's made for people just to get trashed. And then there's a group of people who take their kids and they do some kid friendly stuff, but mainly it's people that go there and get drunk.
It's also probably a good place for kids to see like drunk people for the first time. Like this is what your life is going to be in 10 years.
Hey, little Billy,
son.
see this man vomiting in the streets?
Yeah.
We don't want that, do we? He's crying. Did you take me here? Look at it. He gets closer.
Yeah.
Look at him.
He just saw his first penis.
Oh, God. Dang. This dude's just like taking out his dick. All right.
Yeah. Well, they're having a good time,
Oh, yeah. That's a good time exposing your genitalia to the world. Adam loves some genitalia. Any kind. I'm like, it's just all of it.
All
He's
flavors
here
of
for
genitalia.
it. Very accepting.
Yeah. There are many kinds. Trust me.
There are many kinds.
I've seen at least 8 kinds of genitalia.
That's
different
right.
types of categories,
In public exposure specifically.
Yes.
Yeah. But it was cool. I had fun. It was nice. Went with my sister and my mom, and we stayed a couple days, and it was cool.
Yeah. Golf cart, you got
golf
to
cart. You need a golf cart.
pop a couple wheelies.
That's right.
Did you do that? Or?
No, I don't even know. The golf carts don't. I remember when I got it, I asked someone, "Oh, what's the speed limit?" And he was like, "You can't go faster than 25 in the golf cart." And I'm like, well, that kind of sucks.
That sounds good. That 25, like.
Yeah, it's fine. I know. It's fine.
Take it off some ramps,
Yeah. I don't know what you think I'm doing over there, but there are no like X Games mode happening with the golf
thinking
cart.
Just donuts. And,
it would just go slowly. We're like, whoa. It was fun. I mean, you can do some sharp turns.
Your sister's like hanging off, holding on to her
You're
head.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, we there was a couple times that my mom called me out for backing out too fast, because with the golf cart, when you like put on the gas, it kind of takes it a second to kind of warm up. You kind of jolt a little bit if you're not warm her up, and then it's good. So it was my first time driving one, and I took to it very quick. I drive stuff good. So
You drive stuff
I
good,
drive good.
baby.
I drive it good. I figure it out.
You are a great driver.
The dude who explained it to me when I rented it, he was so quick. He's like, reverse, forward, gas, brake, start, bye. And I'm like, what? Can you repeat it? Nope. All right.
He's like,
Thank
listen,
you.
my hands from the break that I took from drinking to show you how this works. My hands are look at my hands are shaking.
I need more
from
alcohol.
the withdrawal symptoms. So
you get it.
I have to go back to drinking right now.
That's
so I
right.
cannot show you.
That's right. I think I asked him one follow-up question. I said this, and I felt like he wasn't, I don't want to say annoyed, but he was like, this fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, sorry. I'll figure. Don't worry. You go. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And I figured it out because I'm a G. So
you are a G.
Handled that shit. So that was cool. And now I'm back. Clearly, Adam needed me. Clearly, he didn't know how to handle himself without me. So here I am.
I don't even know who I was as a person before I met you.
Yeah,
so,
you had to text me and ask me simple questions about yourself and your life.
Yeah.
For me to remind you how to function.
What year was I born? You know?
And I was like, baby, I don't have time.
Did I ride the Batmobile?
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's a fucking lie, because I did.
Okay.
Evidence.
All right.
One of my friends heard the podcast, heard me talking about it, and he sent us photos of him also being in the Batmobile.
Yeah.
Or at least, I don't know if he wrote it, but he was there. And
he was there.
He was there that day.
Yes.
Which is crazy, because I didn't know that. We were both 4 years old,
Man.
And... boy, you really look like a fucking idiot there, didn't
I
you?
really just had my foot all the way in my mouth.
Yeah.
All in there.
Yeah.
I had egg all over my face. Actually, that makes more sense than foot in my mouth.
Okay.
It's fine. You get it.
I had a batarang in my neck.
Things were in my person and it
Yeah.
was uncomfortable.
Yeah. So that's cool. And now we're back and we're we're hitting it hard and making up for lost times. And, we had a little date night tonight. That was good.
I encourage everyone who's in a relationship to go on date nights. I hear people talk about that a lot of like, keep it alive, go on date nights. Because I think that when you're with someone, you live with them, you kind of get in a routine and, people tend to get it gets a little stale. Not us.
No.
I'm too crazy. Yeah. You're like, ugh.
Yeah. You're the Dharma to my Greg.
I know. It's honestly, when we started dating, I would joke. I don't know if anyone's seen Family Guy, but there's this clip where Dharma's like, get up here. And Greg's like, no, you come down here. Get up here. Because she's just the crazy one. She's on a table. I'm not describing it, very well. But I had to force, it's bad. I remember we were walking somewhere and we were crossing the street, jaywalking. Crazy.
Whoa.
And Adam he was a little, nervous about it. And I just grabbed his hand. I'm like, get the fuck over here. I don't have time. Just grabbing and throwing him around places. What are we doing? Yeah, he didn't like it, but I didn't care.
Yeah, I know. We jaywalked tonight, didn't we?
One time you jaywalked, you were ahead of me, and I was like, ooh, who is this crazy gentleman?
Well, you got to pick your shot. Well, my thing is like, if I'm near a crosswalk, I'm gonna use it.
But we weren't. That time I pulled you.
I don't remember.
This was like by the, kind of by the condo or apartment, whatever.
Okay, well, In
any case, I am wild.
Yeah,
you can't hold me down.
Yeah.
You just can't. So anyways.
So we got some din-din. That was nice.
Got din-din.
$40 steak. That was good. Love that.
It was good. I liked that.
We went to a cocktail bar.
That's right.
It's going to be hot shit when the bartenders are referring to themselves as mixologists.
And also they didn't, to be fair, but I assumed because this is one of those places that you order a mixed drink and you're waiting like 20 minutes for them to complete it because it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, they're doing like an incantation. Yeah. They're looking for like treasure in the back. That's right.
There's chemical. There's it's like chemistry. There's potions. There's so much involved. But Bill
Nye's making our drinks.
The dude was really nice because I think a lot of times they're really pretentious, and you go up and you ask for something, and I'm almost apologetic because it's like I can tell they know I don't know anything.
Oh yeah.
If I ask for something, they're like, ugh, I have to make you something. But he was really nice. He was a nice guy, and I appreciated that.
I feel like I kept getting like looks of like, oh yeah, buddy,
Really?
I maybe that was me. Maybe I was projecting my own insecurity. Because anytime I'm in like a quote unquote cool place, I'm like, oh, I don't belong here. What am I doing?
Sure.
It's like, oh, it's the dim lighting and it looks like a speakeasy from the 19 blah. It's like, oh, this place
there's like old-timey furniture in the corner.
Yeah, there's like an old romance novel. Like, shut the fuck up. It's just casually there. Oh, what if maybe someone reads it and falls in love? What?
Yeah. I just picture, I feel like they must have put it there. I can't imagine someone just casually reading that and leaving it.
No.
That's so weird.
But
it was cool.
But while we were there, little fun situation unfolded.
I was up getting a bevy, and ladies, I know everyone knows when a dude's about to hit on you, and I'm standing there, and this guy is just standing real close beside me, and I kind of thought, oh, maybe he's trying to get in here, and I kind of moved a little bit, and I looked down, and I was like, oh, he has a drink. Oh no. He's about to talk to me. We were just standing there, and he's just like, I think he said, he was like, hey, what are you drinking? And I'm like, oh God. So I told him, and And he was like, and he said something like, it's not too late. The night's pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't know. I know how time works. So I think that was unnecessary to tell me how late things are.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think he did like, he wasn't like, you come here often, but essentially said that. And
classic line.
Classic. And I was like,
works
yeah,
80% of the time.
And I don't like to, I was kind of, if he had asked me, if he'd have been like, so if, I would have obviously been like, I have a boyfriend. But I don't like to just, someone says hey to me and I'm not going to be like, I have a boyfriend. And obviously he was hitting on me, but it wasn't really the time to kind of bring that up if it had. So it was just terse responses. And then I sat down and I was like, Adam, did you see that guy hitting on me? And he was like, no, what? Because Adam is like very interested in people like, oh, this thing happened. Were they coming for you? So I thought I was up there for a minute. Surely he looked up and saw this gentleman going for it. And again, it was like, I wouldn't say it was weird, but it was just standing so close to me. And you'd think, he was drunk too. He was like, way he was talking, it's not that early. And I'm like, okay, you need to move. You need to get away from me.
Also, let's paint the picture. This guy
paint it up.
He was not a looker.
He wasn't like butt ugly, but he was like nerdy, had a beard and glasses. He wasn't beard. He wasn't cute.
He was tall. He had a good, but he was balding, and he definitely. Would you say he was in his late 30s, early 40s, maybe?
Oh yeah, I would say like the youngest, like 38.
Yeah, 38 at
the youngest. Yeah.
And he had this like, those T-shirts where like the material, it's like faded. Mm-hmm. It was like a faded reddish pinkish V-neck, and like the material,
collared,
like it looks like a little. It almost looks like a little shiny.
Man,
it was like a sheen.
I didn't notice that much about it. Okay,
because it's like meant to look like kind of like sun bleached a little bit, like but like that's the style. You know? It was like that was hot shit in like 2013. You know? Like he should have been wearing like the beach like stone necklace with it, which he wasn't. Which would have been worse, admittedly, but that's
absolutely.
That's where that shirt comes with that necklace, basically. And
he left that at home, though.
Yeah, and now I was noticing him, elsewhere.
Yeah.
Because after he hit on you, he proceeded to just start hitting on like every other woman in the bar.
Well, that's not true.
He
was checking it out, but he proceeded to go outside with these two women who looked like lesbians, first off. And
we're judging. We're not judging, but we're making assumptions.
They were, dressed like in pajamas. I don't know if both of them were, but super cash, just chilling.
Yeah.
And I didn't see, but Adam was like, he was just standing there hard staring at them.
Yeah, they're having a these two women are having a conversation to themselves outside.
God forbid.
He stands at a table that is like maybe like 5 or 6, maybe 6 or 7 feet away from them. Like, and he's just like glaring at them, like trying so hard to just be like. He's like nodding, like he's like, yeah, like he's trying to like kind of sidle his way into the conversation, and I'm watching this whole thing like from inside, right? So like I'm just watching through the glass window, and he's like staring up, and he's like, and you could see he's like kind of like trying to mumble things to them, and they're trying so hard to ignore the guy. And then he does this like casual, I guess I don't know what to do with myself, so I'll just open my wallet and just like fidget with it, like, oh, I'm doing stuff, I got
so weird.
My own thing going on,
I got wallet stuff happening, so
pretty
don't worry
important,
about me.
Okay,
don't worry about me.
And then he's just trying to interject, and they're not paying any attention to him, and he does that for like 5 minutes, and then eventually he just storms off. He walks down like the street, takes his half drunken old fashioned, just kind of slams it on the table. It's like, and just flusteredly kind of just starts storming down the sidewalk. The bus comes by. He's like, "Oh, fuck you, bus!" Like he's just taking his energy out on the bus.
Public transportation.
Yeah,
Taking a stand.
get a car. It's better for the economy.
Idiot. Poor people.
And then I observed the two women finally acknowledging the craziness of this guy trying to like talk to them, and they're both looking around like, what the hell? What's going on with this? He looks crazy. And then they look over. And then they notice that I'm observing this whole situation from afar, kind of creepily, I'll be honest. But like, you know, they look at me and I'm just like, right? You know, I give them like a, you know, they can't hear me. I can't hear them. But I'm just like, oh, no, right? I give them like that gesture.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like, oh, no, right? Yeah.
Oh,
and then I'm like, well, I have nothing else to contribute. So I'm going to stop looking at this. So I broke eye contact. Immediately.
It would have been really creepy if you tried to carry on like any kind of interaction. I feel it was enough to be like, hey, I saw this shit happen. And they're like, right. That is one of my favorite things, is just when strangers have like the same, you know, they're in the same situation and they're making the same observation, and without really going into detail, just acknowledging something crazy happening, and that's it. Like, what was that? I know that was crazy, right? Oh, God. Okay, moving on. And you never talk to that person again, but you share this one moment of connection because you both experienced something that was crazy or witnessed something that was crazy. And that's what living is about.
Truly.
Human connection.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really go out all that often, and, you know, it's... And I think that, you know, when we're out there, it's usually like, you know, this is fun, but it's, you know, it's nothing that could beat a good old cheesy action movie, you know, at home. But it is a good time, and you get to have little situations like that. So
yeah, I think I'm at the point where, like, when I was younger, I felt like I went out just because I felt like I had to go out. When you're young, you feel like you need to go to like bars and drink, and getting older, I mean, I think everyone, for the most part, maybe feels like, okay, it's just not as fun anymore. And I really have to prep myself if I go out. And I really just prefer either like a social outing with friends at someone's house, or one specific event to go to that might have drinking. I'm not really into the bar hopping anymore. I moved on from that. I'd rather have like dinner and like a low key drink afterwards, and that's kind of the extent of it.
Right there with you.
Yeah.
I can't go to like a place, any place where they're like packing them in like sardines. I'm like, I can't do this.
I'm furious because it's expensive. I mean, going out, it's even before when I was younger, it's like I felt like I needed to get drunk to really completely enjoy the experience. But it's just like you're around people, you're sweaty, you're close, takes 50 minutes to get a drink. Everyone feels like annoyed. I feel like I'm a bother to the bartender.
Yeah.
Whenever I have a nice bartender, I'm almost like, this is an honor for you to be nice to me.
Yeah.
But it's usually just a fucking like a shit show in there. So
yeah.
So yeah, it's not really my thing anymore. I like to dance, so I'm cool with that. But even still, I really have to like prepare myself.
Yeah.
To go out and experience the world around these drunken young people.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like a bar, you know, the concept of a bar really only works with like, you know, 20 to 30 people in it at a time. Because like, I feel like the idea of a bar is like, oh, it's a place where people can go and meet and talk to each other and commiserate and get to know one another. But you know, these clubs, man, there's so many people, and it's so loud, and like you can't. I get bored, honestly, because it's like I can't. Yeah, there's no connection, and it's just. I mean, if you're not dancing, it's like what's there to do except for just stand and exist, and then I feel like I'm in like this like buzzing of bees, just kind of being all busy, you know, busy bees.
Yeah.
Busy bees.
You were busy bee.
And just getting wasted. And it's like, yeah, I could do this at home.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be different. I feel like, and I can't speak for everyone, but I know there is this pressure to feel like I'm young and everyone's going out and I need to go out. And I'm not saying that I haven't had fun going out. I have. But I think in general, it usually start off kind of the whole like incentive almost was just I'm young and I should be doing this. Like on New Year's Eve, there's so much pressure. I should be going out. I should be doing whatever.
Absolutely.
And I've always been anxious around crowds. I get really anxious around a lot of people, and clubs are just, especially as a woman going in, I've had my ass touched and grabbed, and it's just like, you just feel really exposed. And I have gone out looking cute. I'm like, is everyone seeing how cute I am? Are you seeing it? Hey, what's up? Hello. Okay, that's enough. Now we're done. You admired my beauty, and now you may leave.
Yeah.
We're done here.
But now you have someone who can admire your beauty 24 hours a day at home.
Yeah. And it's not enough.
And it's not enough.
And it's still...
It'll never be enough.
That's not true.
Huh?
That's not true. Because I love you. So,
Aww.
I feel...
That's so sweet.
I know. Isn't that nice? I would hope at this point.
That's nice.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Love is in the air. Yeah. Anyways, point being, going out, I'm so over it. I'm so over it. I have to really be in the mood, and it just depends on what's going on. But for the most part, I'm just like,
yeah. If I wouldn't go to a bar now unless it's just like, I know it's just like not going to be a ton of people. I can sort of relax.
If I go in, I see a ton of people, I'm just like, I don't want to be in there.
If you've got a patio.
Ooh.
And I can like maybe smoke a little ciggy every now and then.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm sold.
You're here for
Let's do that. Yeah.
I just need space. It needs to, I want space, and I want to be able to hear people as we chit chat.
Yeah.
Love a little chit chat. I don't want to scream over everyone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too much.
Yeah.
I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I don't have the time.
You don't have the time.
I don't have the time.
So let's see here. Maybe we get into just a quick little piece of news here. I know you've got a topic.
I got a toppy, you guys. We're trying to keep up the toppies. We want to educate you because you might be dumb. We don't know. And you're probably dumb.
Yeah.
No. Come on now. We're not going to attack the people who listen to this podcast. But we want to share knowledge. But before we do, what do you got for me? Okay,
just a little quick piece of news here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw this, but semi-successful comedian Aries Spears was in the news this week for saying some really heinous things about that bitch who is 100%,
Yeah.
Lizzo, I think is her name, right?
That bitch who is 100%. That's exactly the line.
Yeah. And I think you know about this, but you don't know exactly what he said. So,
well, I know the specific line.
Yeah. Oh, can I play the clip real quick?
Yeah. Oh, can the people hear it?
Yeah. Oh,
okay,
let's do it. Let's do it. You ready?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ready? Okay.
Yo, you know somebody that actually make good music, man? Lizzo.
Lizzo?
Yeah, bro. Have you heard her shit, yo? Like, as a songwriter, yo.
I can't get past the fact that she looks like the shit emoji. She's got a very pretty face, but she keeps showing her body off. Like, come on, man.
Oh, we gotta bleep that out.
Come on, yo.
I didn't know he was gonna say that.
I'm sorry. Listen, I ain't the most in shape
no.
in the world,
but
I still, when you funny and you got swagger and confidence and you decent looking, I think I'm at least handsome, you get pussy. But a woman that's built like a plate of mashed potatoes is in trouble. You know what kills me about women is the hypocrisy and the contradiction. Yes, queen, slay, queen. Yes, queen, slay. Yeah, girl, your confidence. Fuck diabetes. Fuck heart problems. Fuck heart disease, cholesterol. Y'all claim womanhood and about sisterhood and support for your sister, when it come to that ridiculous shit. But if you really gave a fuck, why wouldn't you go, black girl, we love you. We love your confidence, boo-boo. But this ain't it. This ain't it. That's the real love. Y'all will jump on me for making jokes, but y'all won't fucking be real and go, sister, put the eclair down. This ain't it. It's treadmill time.
Can I just say,
Please,
I am
let's do it.
already annoyed that you're laughing at it.
Yeah,
Adam
I'm
laughs
sorry.
at stuff that's so offensive, and I'm like, I'm just rolling my eyes. So I want to apologize for him because he's ignorant. He's ignorant. I hated that.
I know.
I'm so, it's just like men feel like they get to talk about women's bodies, like, and this is such like, I feel like we talk about, you know, fat women specifically, and I mean fat people not having value, but the fact that you have to prove, you know, you're worth so much more, it's so irrelevant. It's so irrelevant, her size in this. I mean, he specifically was like, what do you think about her songwriting? He's like, she's fat and unhealthy. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, hot fucking take,
Yeah,
homie.
what about her music?
Yeah, and that's not, it's like not what we're talking about. And I just, it just annoys me. It's so unnecessary. And again, everyone just thinks like if you're fat, you have health issues. And I mean, it's just.
Well, she's a dancer. I mean,
yeah, she's a dancer.
She's actually probably in pretty good shape.
She's a
right?
dancer, and she's vegan.
Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, she's not. And again, not
sugar's
that it
vegan.
also not that it matters.
Yeah.
No, I mean, again, I don't know her whole regiment, but like,
Yeah.
regardless of what, even getting into her health, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's none of your business.
Yeah.
I mean, fat people know they're fat. It's not, people like to say it's promoting an unhealthy lifestyle. I don't think anyone would choose a path to try to get fatter in a society that deems them unworthy of just being alive and fat and existing.
Well, hang on. Now, you don't think that because like that, like being a bigger girl, like that's part of Lizzo's brand,
Yeah.
right? So like I would actually think that for as much touring as she does, like she probably, do you think that maybe like she actually has like a target, like she probably has like a nutritionist that's like, yo, look, you're burning this amount of calories dancing every night, like you got to get like get like 6,000 calories, and if you're going to keep this, you know, going, I bet you she would actually be, you don't think?
I don't think so.
It's just a question.
No, I don't think so. I just,
just
again,
guessing.
it's just like, it's so, I mean, it's just, you can't be successful without constantly talking about the looks. And
Yeah.
he just thinks like he's being, I mean, you're laughing at it because you suck. But I mean, he thinks I don't know. He's like, oh, I'm okay.
Yeah.
But she can't, shut up, dude.
This is the best thing he's
Shut
done
up.
for his career, though.
Yeah, what are you doing,
I mean,
homie?
When's the last time anyone's
Was he in Mad
talked about
TV?
Aries
Is that where he
Spears?
was? Wasn't he in Mad TV or something?
Yeah, he was in Mad TV.
Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah,
Get
that was the
outta
last time he
here.
was relevant. Was Mad TV?
So stupid. It's so and then he starts just talking about women in general and like shut up, homie, sit down.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, what do you think? I mean, if you could try to glean some sort of actual argument out of this, it sounds to me like he's pushing this narrative of, you know, it's, you know, that women take body positivity too far when it, you know, starts to get into the realm of health issues, right?
It's so dumb.
Do you think there's anything to that or no?
No, because I feel like that again, the narrative is body positivity for fat people is unhealthy because it's pushing people to be unhealthy. And here you can be fat and not be unhealthy. The people who are fat and who someone says you have a cholesterol problem, yeah, they're probably taking note of that.
Yeah.
You know, like they know what their health issues and that journey is theirs.
Yeah.
Why can't people just exist? Like I promise this isn't making fat people fatter.
Right.
If you exist in this world and you're fat,
Yeah.
you get treated differently.
Yeah.
No one is doing that intentionally. The whole body positivity movement is just to be like, hey, listen, you have value regardless of your size. Like that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy that people are like putting this over the whole you know, disguising it as, oh, we just care about your health. No, the fuck you don't.
No, right. It's
you
more
know,
about it's
he
more
was
about
saying that
ego.
like, oh, his her girl's not saying, hey, dude, let's you know, you
Right.
don't know her health and you don't care, even if you did. You don't care.
And there's some hypocrisy there in just the sense that like, you
And he's fat.
I doubt Aries Spears is going around if he has a friend who smokes, he's probably not like, oh, you gotta quit smoking.
Exactly.
Because it's not because it doesn't affect someone's outward appearance so so plainly or so obviously as being overweight does, right? So
people who are skinny are also unhealthy. I don't know why
the concept
we're just
doesn't really apply because this is America and people have their own stuff going on. People are free to make the decisions that they want to make and live the lives that they want to live or not live or whatever they choose. Like we all have our own personal sovereignty.
And
it's not
just
on anyone
none of your
else
business.
Yeah.
People know what health issues they have or what they don't have. Like, they're aware of it. You sitting here being like, someone needs to tell her she's unhealthy. Shut up. What are you saying?
Yeah.
It makes me so crazy. It drives me insane. So,
but again, he probably doesn't actually care. This is all for him. It's a chance for him to make jokes and and again get hits, right? Like, this probably got a lot of, and we're talking about it,
Yeah,
so.
I mean, sure, whatever. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
He's just a fucking idiot.
It all sucks.
Anyways, it grinds my gears. Now I'm heated.
Also, there's one more thing I wanted to share with you.
Okay, is it gonna make me mad?
I saw this shortly after. Maybe this wasn't the best thing for Aries' career because it got him some hype. People started talking about him, and then literally a day after people started talking about Aries Spears again, we start seeing this headline: Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears accused of grooming and molesting siblings in sexually explicit skit, lawsuits say.
What the?
Maybe, which is interesting, right? I mean, maybe.
Oh my god!
Isn't that odd timing that this would come out right as he starts getting big? Like not big, but like he says a thing that gets very popular, and now this. Like what?
I don't think so. I think when people get noticed, it's like, okay, things get brought up. People who've experienced trauma are like, now this is triggering some of these emotions, and I need to speak out. So
yeah,
who knows? I don't
lawsuit
know.
was filed on Tuesday.
Oh god.
Interesting.
Oof.
That's crazy.
Oof.
So, maybe not actually the best thing for him, but
yeah, maybe not.
We'll see.
This doesn't look good for him.
He's got some good stuff though. I've seen some of his material. It's pretty good. Yeah. He's got this bit on white kids that is very funny.
I don't want to hear it. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't need it.
Okay.
I don't need it.
All right, so that was our news section.
Sorry if that got anyone else riled up, but I was very upset about that.
Gonna have to bleep those N-words out.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so topic
of
the week.
Yeah, we really got to get some kind of sound with that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
That was great. Yeah, and we'll keep it. Topic of the week. Sweet dreams are made of this. It's dreams.
Oh, okay.
It's dreams.
I love
dreamy dreams. So I think, we've all had weird dreams. We've all probably thought about, what does this mean? I know people who say they don't dream, and I think that it's probably just because they just don't remember it. Who knows?
That's how I feel.
So, I'll share some recurring dreams in a minute, but I'm just going to give you some little, ooh,
sex dreams.
Ew, no, it's not.
Okay.
So, I mean, when I was looking at it, there's just no certainty. Scientists are like, we don't know. We don't know why dreams happen. They usually happen during REM sleep, but they can occur at any stage. And I'm going to go over the different stages of sleep, just so everyone knows. Anyway, so no real explanation. Could be hard to remember dreams because during REM sleep, our body may shut down systems in our brain that create memories. We may remember only those dreams that happen just before we wake when certain brain activities are turned back on.
Oh,
so
interesting.
I think it's interesting because, who knows what all we're thinking about throughout our night? And I don't know, it takes a while for us to get to that stage and how long they last. And so it says that everyone is thought to dream between 3 and 6 times per night. Each dream lasts between 5 to 20 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So, which isn't a lot. I mean, if you think, let's say on the 20 minutes, okay? So if you have 3 dreams, 20 minutes, so you're at like an hour, right?
Yeah.
6 times, you're at 120. So even then you're at 2 hours. So it's not, and you sleep 8 hours.
It's like a whole movie.
Yeah, it's like a whole ass movie. So it's not, it's a chunk of your sleep, but I would say, I mean, if anything, it's not even half of the time you're asleep. So
yeah.
So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
That was an interesting tidbit.
I love that.
Around 95% of dreams are forgotten by the time a person gets out of bed, which is like, of course, right?
Yeah.
I try. There's some that are more vivid that I'm like,
Really?
I'm really I mean, or like I remember there was a dream when I was younger. There's some that just stick with you.
Yeah.
Where I specifically remember being on like stairs. They were like blue stairs in
Blue stairs.
Yeah, I remember them being blue in not like a hall, like a stairwell. That's what it's called, a stairwell. And I'm looking outside of the window and I see my family leaving and getting in the car. And I remember yelling for them because I was in there. And then I woke up, I think. But I was young when I had that and I still remember it today. So I don't know. I mean, do you have a dream do you remember a dream when you were really young that you can still remember today?
The only dream that I can remember that I used to have a lot was, when I was a kid, I was always afraid of like spiders. And I think it's because I had a dream that a giant, like a giant tarantula, a giant tarantula.
Mm-hmm. That's how you say it.
Climbed onto my face. And it was like mega huge, like bigger than like my head. Right? Like the size of like the size of a dog's head.
Oh. Okay. Well, which, depending on the dog, isn't bigger than
like a bulldog's head.
Okay, so your head's bigger than that. Adam has a huge head.
But as a baby.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. Okay.
Right.
Baby head. Mm-hmm.
And I remember having that dream multiple times, and I'll still have it from time to time.
Really?
Yeah, and I think that's why I'm afraid of spiders.
Okay.
So, but I don't know if maybe that was like a real thing that happened, but I think it is maybe partially associated with like just being alone, as a baby. How babies, like when they're alone, they cry because they're lonely.
Sure, I know about babies.
And it's kind of like a thing where like, well, you don't want to like always, pick them up or like give them attention.
Yeah.
When they're by themselves in their crib, you got to get them used to being okay.
Which I've heard, that people are like, you shouldn't do that. Really? Yeah, because it's like, you get like, oh, we have to let them be by themselves. But I could hear that could issues can arise with that because then they feel like, oh, I'm not going to get taken care of if I'm crying.
Makes them think the giant spiders are going to
crawl. You're going to get them. And I think, I don't know, you can't take, again, it's like how long, not a mother, but I heard somebody say like disprove that of like, you shouldn't be doing that, but teach their own.
Their own.
Many well-adjusted people.
To each their own,
okay.
To teach their own.
That's
right. That's what I always say.
Well, we'll get a little bit in reoccurring dreams. So
okay, yeah, let's do that.
So many people see dreams as connection to the unconscious mind. So I mean, again, people have their own theories about why people dream.
Yeah.
Dreaming can help you learn and develop long-term memories.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
May represent important cognitive functioning. Again, this is all it's all fear, like hypothesizing.
Yeah.
All, just, we don't know. Dreaming occurs, or cognitive functioning, it occurs when we're dreaming and is similar to the memory processing brain activity we experience when we're awake. So, I mean, I'm guessing a lot of these studies, obviously, they're connecting people up to kind of see how the brain activity goes, but it's just, who fucking knows? When you're experiencing more stress or anxiety, you tend to dream more.
Oh, really?
Dream interpretation is subjective, obviously, so we're gonna, push whatever we think. Experts say don't rely on books or dream dictionaries, which give a specific meaning for a specific dream image or symbol. The reason behind your dream is unique to you, which
It's like tarot readings.
I was thinking and I'm here for that. It's fun. And I have a dream, or no, I don't have it anymore, but I did have a dream book because it's interesting, especially if you wake up and it feels vivid and it sticks with you. You as people, as humans, we want things to be explained to us. We want things to have meaning because we want to understand them. So, and dreams are one of those things that we just don't know why. Want a little history of dreams?
Please.
You're like, Allison, that's great, but what's the history?
I'm here for I'm a history minor.
Yeah.
And I need to mine the history of dreams.
Great. That's great. This is going back to around 5,000 years ago in Mesopotamia. The earliest recorded dreams were documented on clay tablets. In the Roman and Greek periods, people believed that dreams were messages sent directly from one or more deities, from deceased people, and that they were the predictors of the future. Yeah. Then there were cultures that practiced dream incubation, their intention being to cultivate dreams of prophecy, which that's kind of a big thing that I've heard is like dreams, predicting the future. And I think that we think, especially if you have a dream and it does come true, we're like,
oh yeah.
Do I have premonitions?
Yeah.
Maybe.
That's certainly happened to me where like I'll have it's deja vu.
It's deja vu. Yeah, I've had that too.
You have something and it's like, and then you experience it. You're like, I've definitely experienced this moment before in a dream. Yes.
What's reality?
It's very scary.
I mean, I feel like if we go down that road, you can just question everything. In the early 1900s, Sigmund Freud wrote extensively about the theory of dreams and their interpretations. Freud believed that dreams are a manifestation of our deepest anxieties and desires, often relating to repressed childhood obsessions or memories, which, I mean, when you look at that and you think about dreams and the connections, it kind of gets you anxious because like I'm sure we've all had some weird fucked up dreams. So if you look at that and you kind of feel like, oh, this is something I want, you get a little skeeved out because of some dreams that are weird or I'm not admitting to them because that's too much. I'm not exposing everything, but there are some weird dreams that you wake up and you're like, what is my life?
Yeah.
Who am I? What am I about?
I had a dream a couple of weeks ago. Now that you got me thinking about it.
Yep.
I had a dream a couple of weeks ago that I was in Shelbyville, Kentucky. Which is very random. I don't know why it was there, and I was coming out of a White Castle.
Your fave?
Yeah. So, based on many, many memories of me coming out of the White Castle in Shelbyville. And I think what was happening was it almost felt like I was in like a game of like Fortnite, but there was like a mass shooting happening.
Oh my God.
And like people were running and there were cops all around and I was scared for my life that, I was going to get shot and killed, but I also had an automatic weapon. And so I was like, and there were multiple guys, but so I'm like, I'm terrified, but also I'm like, oh, I'm going to go after them.
Mm-hmm. You're going to murder some people.
I'm going to murder the murderers, And I don't know how successful I was, but it did, now that I'm thinking about it, it almost sounds like I was just in like one of those battle royale games where like it's like 100 players are dumped onto a map and everyone just, who last man standing is the winner, It's like a third person shooter. Video games.
Yeah, you have rage and violence within you and you want to murder people.
Do you think that's what the dream book would say?
Well, Adam has like I mean, obviously, because of all the shootings, we've had a discussion about you having like anxiety and real fear when we're in public and thinking about it, which is fair.
I have a hard time going to like big public places now.
Yeah. Well, and this kind of relates to what you're saying because they have a little, and again, we don't fucking know. So some possible explanations of dreams include representing unconscious desires and wishes, interpreting random signals from the brain and body during sleep, consolidating and processing information gathered during the day, and working as a form of psychotherapy. So again, this is all speculation. I mean, it's the human brain is complicated and confusing, and there's so much we don't know about it. So I think it's because, sometimes in a dream where it's not explicitly said where you are or who's there, and you just know, oh, this is my friend from college, but they don't look like my friend, but I just know they are. I mean, it's that's just whatever.
Yeah, dreams assume a lot, right? Like there are a lot of circumstances that you just establish to yourself. It's almost like make believe, or like play scenarios.
Yeah.
It's just like, and you're my mom.
Yeah.
And you cook dinner on Tuesdays. And it's like, wait a minute, you were my best friend in 4th grade. What are we talking about?
What are you doing here? Yeah, I've had a lot of dreams. I used to work at Starbucks, and I have a lot of dreams. It's funny. I just had one last night where I was working at Starbucks, and Hillary Duff was also working there for some reason. But I have a lot of dreams where, and I had like an ex-boyfriend who was coming in. I can't remember, but I've had a lot of dreams where I was working at Starbucks, and and I'm conscious of the fact that I'm not, like, I'm always just filling in somehow. Like, I just step in. So, I don't know.
Well, it sounds like you're the hero of all of your Starbucks dreams. I honestly am.
I was really good. I was a good barista.
Yeah.
So here's from evidence and new research methodologies. Researchers have speculated that dreaming serves the following functions. I'm just going to read. This is like a list, so I'm not going to read everything verbatim. But here are a couple things. Preparing for possible future threats. Offline memory reprocessing, in which the brain consolidates learning and memory tasks and supports and records. Helping develop cognitive abilities, reflecting unconscious mental function in a psychoanalytic way, unique state of consciousness that incorporates experiences of the present, processing of the past, and preparation for the future. So, I mean, I think a lot of this is just kind of repeating just cognitive functioning and processing things. And because there's so much we take in consciously, subconsciously during the day. And I think that our brain is just like throwing shit at us while we dream. Again, I think some we could look at if it's like reoccurring and what it means and maybe a signal. But there's some just dumb stuff that you're like, my head was made out of cheese, and you're like, I don't know what that means. I've never had a dream where I was anything like that wasn't like that was inanimate or anything, I've never been a different thing.
Yeah, me neither. I've always just been me. Yeah.
You've always just been you. Good for you.
Yeah. Sometimes, have you ever like had a dream that like you were falling? Like you fell off a cliff and then you wake up like,
Yes, many a time you jerk. Yes. That feeling is so uncomfortable. I hate that.
Yeah,
I hate
too.
the feeling of falling.
Don't like it.
Okay, so there are 5 phases of sleep in a sleep cycle.
Ooh,
all right. Okay. So stage 1, light sleep, slow eye movement, and reduced muscle activity. This stage forms 4 to 5% of total sleep, which it's kind of surprising because it feels like it's longer because you're like the feeling of just trying to slowly get to sleep, and I mean, kind of depends.
It takes me a long time to fall asleep.
Takes a minute, but when you're out, you're out.
Yeah,
Jelly.
absolutely.
I think I copied this weird. I think stage 2, I don't know what happened to this, but waves called sleep spindles. Stage forms 45 to 55% of total sleep. I don't know what happened to the rest of this.
Spindle?
But I don't know. It says spindles. Sleep spindles.
Sleep
Figure
spindles.
it out. Look it up yourself. I don't have time.
Yeah.
Stage 3. Extremely slow brain waves called delta waves begin to appear.
Yeah.
Interspersed with smaller, faster waves. This accounts to 6% of total sleep.
Okay.
So it sounds like, okay, slowly getting to sleep a little bit. And then you go into this method of it's like the big chunk of your sleep where we're like, ooh, let's settle down. We're in sleep spindle, whatever that means.
Chill out.
And then you really slow.
Yeah. Is that where those YouTube videos come from, where it's like 8 hours delta waves helps you sleep and learn and study while you sleep?
Maybe.
You know?
Who can say? I'm no scientist.
Okay, well.
Stage 4. The brain produces delta waves almost exclusively. It is difficult to wake someone during stages 3 and 4, which together are called deep sleep.
That's REM sleep, right?
No, we're not there yet.
Dang it, that's the only
Calm
one
down.
I know.
Calm down. We're not there yet.
Okay.
Sit down. You're standing. There is no eye movement or muscle activity. People awakened while in deep sleep do not adjust immediately and often feel disoriented for several minutes after waking up. This forms 12 to 15% of total sleep. So, you know, a little bit more.
Okay.
And then guess what the last stage is?
What?
REM.
Oh,
Rapid
dang it.
eye
Should've known
movement, you
that.
guys. We know it. Breathing becomes more rapid, irregular, and shallow. Eyes jerk rapidly in various directions, and limb muscles become temporarily paralyzed. Terrifying. Heart rate increases, blood pressure rises, and males develop penile erections. Ew, gross.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever
had a penile erection?
No. Have you ever like kind of like been like in REM sleep and then like you become like a little conscious and like you're aware of your surroundings, but like you can't move because
like sleep paralysis?
Yeah, where like you try to move but like you just can't. That's happened to me before, where like I want to get up but I can't because again, like what you just said, my muscles they've stopped working because I'm in REM sleep, you know?
Yeah. But you're looking at the reality?
I mean, it might be a dream. It might just be a dream.
Yeah.
But I think I'm awake because like I'm dreaming of myself in bed thinking that I have to get up for some reason. Yeah. And I can't do it, and it like freaks me out a little bit.
That's very scary. I mean, I don't really think I've had that. The scary instances I've had, and I don't know if I want to look too deep into it, is waking up, because I've frequently woken up and I've looked around and I've seen like a shadow or I've seen something kind of weird and I've been like, whoa, which you've kind of had before because you see these like.
Oh, yeah.
Adam has woken up and
Let's talk about this.
He has. Wait, let me finish this real quick. Let me finish this and then we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
When people awaken during REM sleep, they often describe bizarre and illogical tales. These are dreams. This stage accounts for 20 to 25% of total sleep time. Yeah. So back to what you were saying, that was just a little bit.
Yeah.
Adam has woken up and we've been laying there and he's been like, what the fuck? Like he's said like, and he's gone back to sleep and we've talked about it the next day. Yeah. There have been times where I've been like, you good? But tell the people what happens.
Yeah. And I hesitate to describe it as like a night terror or anything like, cause it's very quick, you know, it doesn't happen for very long, but like and I also should mention it usually only happens like when I'm very early on in my sleep cycle. So like, I usually haven't been asleep for more than like maybe even like 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, you know? But there have been multiple occasions where like I will wake up thinking that, you know, something is just like in my face, like almost like I think like bugs are crawling all over me or usually what happens is like I'm thinking like, oh, like these spores are multiplying at an exponential rate like in my face and I think they're trying to get me.
Oh, you didn't. I thought it was just in the air that you see spores. That's how you've described it.
Well, they're spores and they're
close
like,
to you.
They're close and they're getting bigger and they're coming closer and closer to me. And I'm like, oh, they're trying to like invade my body. And it freaks me out. And then there have been occasions where like it's freaked me out so much that I've jumped out of bed because I'm like, I got to get these off me. Yeah. You know, and I start doing, like, you know,
my God.
Like trying to like hit them off, like swipe them off of my body. And then I realized like, oh, this is all fake.
Yeah, I'm interested about this because it happens like, I mean, not every night, but it's happened frequently enough.
It's happened 2 or 3 times since we've been living together.
Yeah, because I'm, again, my immediate thing is supernatural. There's a ghost. There's a demon. So when he's woken up, like, oh my God, I'm like, what did you see? What dark force is is coming into our room trying to interfere in our lives? And you've mentioned this, and it's weird.
Sage.
I know, which I just found out, by the way, if anyone wants to know. I heard someone who is native. I don't know what tribe they're from, but they said that it's actually, you shouldn't burn sage that you purchase. It should be something that is given to you for free or something that you grow. So that can be bad if you burn sage you purchase. So that's from somebody who is native. I, as a white person, did not come up with that. Anyways, just food for thought.
So if you're selling sage, what you need to do is just say free sage with every purchase.
That's right. Okay, so I want to talk about lucid dreaming for a minute because people, about, and I've heard it's something that I kind of would be interested in, but it also kind of scares me because I'm like, is it going to cause sleep paralysis? What is it about? I don't know. Okay. A lucid dream is one in which you're dreaming. Research shows that lucid dreaming comes with a boost of activity in parts of the brain that are usually restful during sleep. Lucid dreaming is a brain state between REM sleep and being awake, which I found really interesting because it's like that extra push of you're almost there, but you're like almost conscious. And I think I don't even think I was lucid dreaming. I don't know if I've ever really experienced that, but I do remember a time where I was in a dream that I said in the dream, this is a dream, but no one recognized it. And then we just moved on.
Yeah.
Because I do remember, I always dream. I always wake up. I always remember the dream in the moment. I don't remember it necessarily later always, but, yeah. Do you ever remember a time when you recognize during a dream that it was a dream?
I think maybe, but I don't have any concrete memories of that happening. Like not for any like extended period of time. I think usually what'll happen is, I'll think to myself, oh, I think this is fake, but then I think I usually just wake up.
Yeah. Okay. We just move on.
Yeah.
Some lucid dreamers are able to influence their dream, changing the story, so to speak. This may be a good tactic to take sometimes, especially during a nightmare. But many dream experts say it's better to let your dreams flow naturally, which I was like, that's fair.
Yeah.
Research suggests that the brain undergoes a physiological change during lucid dreaming. In fMRI studies, the prefrontal cortex and cortical network, including the frontal, parietal, and temporal zones, have been shown to activate when the brain begins lucid dreaming. This appears related to the waking consciousness that characterize lucidity. Right, guys? Science. You understand these terms, you better. If not, you're dumb. Most people do not typically experience lucid dreaming or do not realize they do, and those who do tend to experience it in a limited way, without full agency. So people lucid dream, I find it's very interesting because it is something intriguing. I do remember I have had a dream where I've consciously in the dream been like, I'm going to fly.
Yeah.
But I haven't really been able to fly very high. I do remember like trying to will myself to fly though.
Okay.
But I can't
only
say
a
that
couple
I've really
feet off the ground.
Yeah,
it
it's
sounds
not
like.
impressive.
Yeah. If I were dreaming and I knew I was dreaming, I would say, hey, maybe don't try to fly, because what if like in reality you are on top of like a house or something?
Like
you're
you're
sleepwalking? Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Like if I know I'm dreaming, I'm like, I probably shouldn't do this because what if I jump to my death in real life?
Yeah, well, that's terrifying. So I know there is something about lucid dreaming that creeps me out. But if you're wondering, hey, you guys, if I did want to lucid dream, what would I want to do? And I'm going to tell you, there's some training to lucid dream.
Yeah.
Not to encourage it, but also you do you. I can't control your life. Advocates of lucid dream training suggest starting with dedicated recording of one's dreams to gain a greater awareness of the conscious roles they may already play in common scenarios. Another approach is waking up 2 hours earlier than normal, staying awake for a short time, then going back to bed, with the goal of increasing awareness of fresh late-stage REM sleep dreams and eventually directing them. That sounds like a nightmare, right? 2 hours before for this pass.
Yeah, hard pass.
Pass. So, nightmares and causes, because nightmares are, we've all had some nightmares. I remember another one I remember it when I was younger. There was like a rabbit was coming towards me and I was able, I think I hid it away and it ran back.
Yeah.
And then it started running towards me again.
God.
And then I woke up screaming.
Yeah.
And that's one that I
Would be
remember
too.
vividly. A rabbit?
Well, rabbits are terrifying.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying
Okay.
I also would be scared.
Oh, right. It was, because I remember being scared that I hit this thing and now it's real pissed. So I don't know what to do.
You've kind of done all
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
do, and it didn't stop them.
Yeah. I've had dreams about, like, I've watched, again, a lot of horror movies. I had some Freddy Krueger dreams. I've had dreams where I think a lot of people say before I've been murdered in a dream, they wake up. But I've definitely been, like, stabbed in dreams, but I just kind of lay there like, okay, well, I'm just going to chill out for a minute.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess that's not really being murdered because I'm alive.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've all had nightmares. And the worst is when you wake up from a nightmare and then go back to bed and right back into the nightmare.
Yeah.
Which,
I don't know. I don't usually have
course.
nightmares.
You
if I'm
don't?
being honest.
I guess
Yeah.
you're perfect.
I usually don't, except for the spore stuff. I guess, but,
And the spore stuff I wouldn't even say is a nightmare because it's a very specific thing. It's not like a scenario. Nightmares. Okay, so so one of the things that it mentioned is that they don't really recommend you discussing your nightmares too much because they said that rehearsing the nightmare over and over again means your neural pathways are getting reinforced.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like you're developing a memory of that nightmare, then it's more likely the dream will occur.
becoming a recurring nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. Which
That's what they
I
say
haven't
in the
really talked about the
industry.
bunny thing, and now it's going to happen. You watch.
Oh, you're gonna have some
you
bunnies
watch.
tonight.
Watership down.
Little bunny Fufu's gonna come in and just, start nibbling
That's
at
right.
your neck.
Yikes.
Yeah.
If you have a certain nightmare over and over again, your subconscious may be trying to tell you something. Listen to it. If you can't figure out why you're having bad dreams, talk to a mental health care provider. They may be able to figure out what's causing your nightmares and give you some tips. They gave a couple reasons why people have nightmares: PTSD, alcohol, stress, psychological disorders, medication withdrawal, and untreated sleep apnea. Which kind of, it's like if your brain's unstable, it's going to cause kind of instability, maybe. I don't know.
I'm trying to remember
Not a
if I ever
scientist.
have, if I've ever had nightmares while I'm like say I've been drinking a lot. And,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna be hungover the next morning, and I mean it definitely disrupts my sleep patterns
Yeah.
for sure.
I think I might have more vivid dreams that way. Yeah.
Yeah, I certainly do if I'm taking
Sure.
CBD, I definitely have more vivid dreams in those situations.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I still can't remember any now. I have a hard time remembering dreams.
Okay.
I mean, very rarely will I remember. And then when I do, I'm like, oh, I gotta pay it. I gotta keep that one in my
Well,
pocket
I'm
because I think
glad
it's
you
significant.
mentioned that
you know?
because they had some tips for dream recall.
Okay.
Which is kind of stuff you'd probably think, right? Wake up without an alarm. So it mentioned, so I think it's not
Done.
like disrupting you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Check. Remind yourself to remember. I thought that was interesting because it said before you go to sleep. Which kind of makes sense, right? I mean, what we tell ourselves is our reality. So if you go to bed and you're like, I'm going to remember this dream, there could be something in your brain being like, got you, will help. And then just think about your dream after waking,
Yeah.
keeping a dream journal, writing it down without judgment, and giving each dream a title. So when you wake up, just saying, boom, asparagus, and then you write down, I ate asparagus, and then I vomited asparagus, and then I went on a bus, and
It was made of asparagus.
it was also made of asparagus. So, I mean, I the times I have tried to record my dreams, I do remember them. So, but it's just one of those things where it's like, getting in the habit and doing it. So, I don't know. It just depends. So that's all I have on dreams.
Okay. Yeah, my opinion of dreams are it is the Wendy's chili of the human experience.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is, when they make the Wendy's chili, it's basically just like all of like the bits and pieces of the throwaway food. Like all the like, chopped up burgers that they didn't sell, And I think of dreams as like, it's sort of like it's the mental remains of your day, of your life, the things that, sometimes they're significant because, they might involve themes of things that you've been thinking about, things that have been on your mind, and it sort of allows you to explore them in a way that, doesn't necessarily have some of the same, like rational, attachments or rational limitations that you put on those ideas during the day for practical purposes. And so and I think that's why it ends up being prophetic, because it allows you to come to conclusions on a subconscious level, right? And it can be very valuable.
Yeah, I think what I would say is, I think it's based on feeling, and if you wake up and if a dream really affects you that you're thinking about all day, I do think that's something to take note. If it was just like a weird thing, we move on, whatever. Right. The one reoccurring dream that I've had for so long, I haven't had it in a long time, is that, and it just pops up. It's not really like, it's not reoccurring in a way of like it's the same every time, but I have a lot of reoccurring dreams of like dirty bathrooms.
Oh, really?
Like specifically, something will be happening in a dream, and then there's a bathroom, and I'll go in, and it's just like the door doesn't close, and it's just like feces everywhere, and I can't. It's just a lot of different issues. Yeah. I remember it happening. I was in a high school. I was in like an auditorium. Oh. Like I can remember a couple of instances where I was there, but I just remember going in and being like, I really have to go and I can't go anywhere and this is disgusting. Mm-hmm. So that is one. And I've tried to look into it and I can't remember what I found.
Did you used to spread feces on bathroom walls as a child?
I did. Okay.
Because that's probably what it is.
That's what it is. It's the species spreading. The
species.
This is fun. Yeah. Yeah, I should have. That's right. That all makes sense now.
Yeah.
So they called me Poopy McGee.
What do you think that means, though?
Well, I had a friend, I think, ask somebody, her friend who interprets dreams, and she said something about like, it was like weird. It was like hiding something or feeling dirty or ashamed or something like that.
Kind of obvious.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know, kind of on the again, it's subjective, right? Like it's whatever meaning you put to it. I just kind of feel like it's taking note of something. I still don't really know. I haven't had it in a long time. Of course, now I'm going to have a dream about the bunny and the poop.
You're going to get messy.
You're going to get messy. So, but yeah, I mean, I think a general, I recommend people just journal it because I think dreams are really interesting. Yep. So, which is why that was the toppy.
Well, if I have a dream tonight and I remember it, I will write it down.
Do it.
Okay.
Have a little. You need to put some paper by you.
Yeah. Yeah. I should. And when we'll revisit. We'll see what came of it.
Sure.
Yeah. And then maybe we'll act it out. Do a little dramatization.
Oh, I kind of like, I love to act.
Dream
drama.
Acting. Yeah.
That sounds good.
Okay. Well, let's do that.
Okay. Perf.
All right.
Yeah. That's all I got for you.
That's it?
That's it. I'm sorry. That's it. I mean.
Other than being the girl of my dreams.
All right. I just don't know what to do. Nothing can be done.
All right, baby. Well, I think that's it. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.